Hey everybody, what's up? Today we're going to be talking about some shower products I use. And I know that this might seem a bit strange to some people, but I was thinking, you know, this is a fragrance channel, this is not a cologne channel. I like to talk about fragrances in general and not just colognes. I think that this is something that actually isn't talked about a lot, which is odd because when we like colognes and perfumes, but they're at their core scented water, really, right? They're an accessory to make you feel more fresh. So I do kind of think it's a bit weird. I almost get the vibe that is a bit taboo almost to talk about what kind of you know kind of shower products you use because maybe because showering is a bit private, perhaps I don't know, but I don't really think it's that weird, to be honest with you. And it's also a part of your routine and wearing cologne. I will tell you, if you're like me, I like fragrances. So I like a lot of different soaps and body washes because they have fragrances in them. It's just another avenue, for that. There's actually a good channel. It seems a little hokey, and the guy's kind of a little goofy, but there's a guy called the Bar Soap Guy on YouTube. Search him, you'll find him. He'll pop right up, and he reviews body wash and soaps, all different ones. So people kind of like laugh a little bit, but it's a great channel. I mean, we do cologne reviews, so why not do that? So I just wanted to talk today about like what I use, because I have kind of talked about in the past, for routines and stuff. If you're going to wear colognes, how you want something unscented, because you don't want it to really clash with your cologne. But I do wear scented stuff sometimes, so it's just another thing to talk about. Anyways, if you want to share what you use, I know that for some people just find it kind of a private thing for some reason, but if you want to share what you use or what soaps you use and stuff like that, let me know. This is a fragrance channel, folks. So first off, what do I use most of the time? I use Dove White. Good old Dove White. And I use this because, A, it smells really good. Dove White is a classic soap. It has of course it has a soapy smell. It's a soap. But Dial also is a classic soap, and that has a soapy smell. Not the same. This has like a powdery, perfumey scent. A little more on the feminine side, but really nice though. I think that this one is kind of strong on the smell actually. And by the way, I use this just because I have particularly dry skin, especially in this fall and winter season. My skin is going to get very dry. I'm going to have to start using lotion and stuff like that. And this has like moisturizing cream in it. And so for me, this is really cheap. This is the soap I found that just really moisturizes my skin well, and I don't have to worry too much about putting lotion on, at least in the fall. So the smell is kind of strong for a soap. Like I said, it's an incredible smell, incredible soapy, powdery, perfumey smell. And when you get out of the shower, you're gonna smell it on your skin for a bit. It projects. It really does. It's kind of strong. But it doesn't really clash with my colognes too much. I don't know why. Maybe because the scent is just a baseline, kind of perfumey, but a kind of baseline, kind of soapy smell. So it doesn't really clash too much with my colognes in general. And it projects. It's kind of a stronger soap, but soaps are not colognes, so they're not like, it's not like super, super strong. It's not like, anything like that. So that's what I use. I love the smell of it. It does really smell nice after the shower. And this is one of the few soaps I found that, a lot of, obviously these soaps get you clean, but this is the one that makes you feel clean. I think it's a combination of just the moisturizing and the smell. It leaves you just feeling so clean after the shower. So that's normally what I use. I also have used the body wash of this, and I've used like the knockoffs, like the Target and Walmart knockoffs of this, which are the same thing. The body wash is fine too if that's what you like. I just like soap, but the body washes are fine. They just don't smell the same as this. They smell a little sweeter almost. So I like this. I also have the men's line of Dove, and you're gonna notice a pattern. It's all Dove stuff. It's like I'm a fucking walking advertisement or something, but it's just what I found to have a good smell, but be kind of light at the same time. Like I said, this is kind of strong on the smell. It is, but it's not anywhere near like the Old Spice body washes. Some of those smell really good. They're just very strong. So if you want to just wear it, good for you. If you're going to wear cologne, it's probably going to clash with it. So the other body wash I use sometimes is the Dove Men Care Plus, whatever. I don't know, their men line or whatever. The Clean Comfort. And this one is very light smelling. It kind of reminds me of this sometimes. It's a light powdery scent with a little tiny bit of like a men's cologne in there. That kind of just generic masculine body wash smell. It's really nice. That kind of men's body wash smell that we associate with like Axe or something is very, very light in this. So if you've never used this, don't worry that it's not going to smell like that generic Axe kind of smell. It's very light, but it has that powdery smell. It has that clean smell. It just does it in a different way than Dove White does. It's not as perfumey and floral. This is very good for moisturizing, and the smell of this is very light, so I use this sometimes when I'm wearing colognes as well. It never clashes with it. I also sometimes use another one. I just have like this little one. This is the Dove Men Care Extra Fresh. I just kind of call them by the green, blue. That's what I call them, green and blue. This one has much more of a pronounced smell. It's a bit more like a fresh men's cologne, like citrus, kind of zesty. It smells good, and again, it's never as strong or as pungent or as overpowering or as big of a statement as like Axe or Old Spice would be. This one smells good, but it has a much more pronounced smell, so it will clash with my colognes at least. It smells really good, like if you're just going to take a shower at night and wear this, it smells good, but I don't wear it too much. I also have the soap version of it, just this bar of soap. This one's unopened, obviously. Interesting, these do not smell like at all. So if you like the smell of this and you want to get a bar soap version, unfortunately they don't smell the same. Not even close. This smells like strongly of Febreze and a little bit of Irish Spring. I like Irish Spring actually a lot. I think it smells great. It's like a chemical peel on my skin, so I can't really use it too much. This smells like a little bit like Irish Spring and a lot like Febreze. Honestly, it doesn't, just smelling the box, it doesn't smell bad, but it does, it's a little weird. It's kind of like cheap whore smelling, you know what I mean? Like, like when you take like a little cheap whore bath, where you just, or a cowboy shower, if we're going to be a little nicer. That's kind of the vibe that this gives me. It does have a strong like Febreze smell, like dryer sheets almost or something. Like I said, in the box, it smells great, but on my skin, it's kind of off-putting a little bit. And so this is going to clash with my colognes. I don't know. I would skip this one. Yeah, I've used like all of Dove's body washes. I've used all of Nivea's stuff. I've gone through the gamut, guys. I always like to have at least a couple options. That's why I have like 2 or 4 things here, and then I have a couple shampoos, and my girlfriend uses like Tom's soap, the natural stuff. So that's what I use. I try to make sure that it's not very super strong and doesn't clash with my colognes, but sometimes I want something different. I've tried a lot of organic brands too, and I know none of these are organic, but whatever. But I have tried some organic brands. Trying to think of some ones I used. Nubian Exchange had some really good smells. Their African black soap. I really like that one. But again, one that will clash with my colognes. So anyways, I can't believe I'm 9 minutes in talking about this. I really thought this was just going to be a fun little quick one, but that's what I use. I don't know what you use. Let me know. I just thought it was interesting. There's some really good soaps that can take the place of a cologne if you'd wish. Dr. Squatch, in particular, has really good smelling soap. Problem with Dr. Squatch, it's like $7 a bar, and they're really tiny bars, and they just disintegrate in the shower. Good smells, too expensive. Duke Cannon, I've actually talked about them on this channel. Big ass bar of soap, that's their thing. They have these big honking bars. The bars of soap smell great. They don't moisturize at all. That's the problem with that. It kind of leaves my skin dry, but they smell good. They're huge. And they have a ton of men's and women's products as well that are really good. I have a couple. So that's it. Take care and peace out. Oh, by the way, I want to let you know, I did go to Walmart and pick up some of those Bell Cam fragrances, so those clones are coming next. All right, take care.